Hello and welcome back to Botania and our wonderful series with Mr. Diggory. And we're going to be doing some damage against Godoon here. I actually thought that maybe I should persuade him, but then I thought, well, maybe we'll just do some damage to him instead. So, we have my two-handed sword, and it hungers for blood. And we're going to try and see if we can get into a decent formation here. I do not like these particular environments. I feel like the maps with a huge amount of trees and stuff like that usually is not very good for me. I don't know why that is. It's probably because of the reduced visibility. Because you could see here, maybe you can't, maybe you can't see because there's just so much foliage everywhere. And it really does prevent clear vision of the opponent. Anyway, let's just get these people into a shield wall formations, put them in loose. And how many cavalry do I have? Not many, actually. Not many. As you can see, we've only got 3. Gonna tell them to charge, however. Oh, yeah. Getting shot. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very appreciate that. Yes, very much. Okay, so hopefully my archers are actually going to start firing against the enemy cavalry relatively soon once they get into a formation here. And hopefully the enemy's infantry are not going to charge at the same time. Because if my archers can eliminate the cavalry, then we should have a pretty easy time of things, actually. Let's just hope they start firing at them now. Okay, it is time that we start firing at them. Oh, nice damage. We actually did some damage with a thrown weapon to a mounted unit. Can you believe it? I can't. Oh, there we go. He's dead. Alright, so that seems to be it. I think, yep, all of the cavalry seems to be eliminated, apart from the other group of cavalry, which is over here. And they're now charging in and dying as a result of that. Very good. Wait a minute. Oh, I've got my two-handed sword. Let's do it. Oh, he's dead. Was he dead? Apparently he is. Apparently he's already dead. Okay, good. Good. Good to know. Alright. Gonna go for a thrust here if they come towards me. Ah, of course. Of course. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Oh, never mind. He's dead as well. What is going on here? It seems like most of my units are perfectly capable of defending themselves. Very impressive for them to be able to do that. Alright. Well, so far so good. My archers are doing a decent job. My thrown weapons are not doing a decent job, as you can quite clearly tell. There we go. There's some nice damage there. Okay, here we go. Do some damage. Do some damage. Ooh, now we got killed. Ah, oh well. Never mind, never mind. I mean, obviously, we do have the crossbowmen firing away at us, and this is a pretty even battle. Do bear that in mind. Our combat strength is actually extremely even right here, and so I was very much just trying to stay on the, shall we say, on the outer flank there. Of course, I was trying to aim my back towards the crossbowmen, so that if they do want to shoot at me, then hopefully it's going to hit me for either reduced damage, or the shield is just going to block it entirely. Of course, that is not always how it goes. Anyway, let's just speed everything up here. My guys are going to go and chase them down. Yes, chase them all down. Look at that. Oh yeah, that is what we like to see. And they seem to have all routed. Seems like our morale damage that we were able to deal right there was actually pretty considerable. As you can see that 55 of the enemy's units actually just vacated the premises. They literally just went and ran away. And look at our renown rewards for this. 199 renown and 92 influence. I think someone actually mentioned in the comments that they wanted to know how I'm gaining so much renown and so much influence in comparison to the base game. Well, if you take a look in the description, there's a whole mod list down there, but I would assume that what you're referring to is a setting by Bannerlord tweaks. So basically what it does is it provides you with a little slider where you can decide what kind of bonus you want to get for your renown and for your influence and things like that. And Personally, I feel like putting it on maybe double or something like that is pretty good because I feel like the amount of renown that you gain as a base in the vanilla game is a bit too slow. It's kind of like the same thing with skill gains as well. I feel like skill gains in native are very, very slow indeed, especially athletics and especially riding skill. They're really slow. So it's a good idea to just tweak around with it. That's the whole point of the mod. Anyway, we're gonna let this guy go. As you can see, we're going to gain some nice relation with him. Of course, relation is actually quite important as we go forward here. And yeah, it was kind of unfortunate that we had a whole bunch of Khuzait units actually up against us, because the Khuzait, as we know, are very good at what they do, and we don't want those guys to be attacking us that often, if at all possible. But anyway, ooh, nice, good. Give me more of these Botanians. Oh yes, I could definitely use them, especially the cavalry. That sounds pretty cool. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take anything more than this. Oh wait a minute, there's another Botanian that I missed out on. I'm actually going to be taking mercenaries. Anytime I see mercenaries, I'm going to be taking them, and that's just because they're neutral, basically. And we'll take some hired blades as well. They're not really that useful, but they're going to kind of fill out my army a little bit while I'm in enemy territory, and next time I have the opportunity, I'll put them in a garrison nearby. Unfortunately, Praven is, of course, my garrison at the moment, and Praven is extremely far away, so unfortunately, I probably won't be able to get back to the garrison that soon, but hopefully at some point. Anyway, there you go. We'll take the loot. And there's probably going to be someone that's asking me why I didn't take all of those prisoners. The reason why I don't take the prisoners is because of my movement speed. If I were to take all of those prisoners and then have on top of that my current prisoner amount, which is 65, of course, because I want to get as many Forest Bandits as I possibly can, because they level up into Botanian Fian champions. And because I am in enemy territory, we really don't want to go and have the slowest move speed ever. I think that's probably the greatest deficit that you're ever going to see in the game. If you pick up massive amounts of prisoners, it really just doesn't work out too well. Doesn't really work out at all. All right, so people have said, by the way, that Botanian wildlings are really, really good. So thank you very much for letting me know about that, and I will definitely try to get some more of those. So they go into Botanian woodrunners, skirmishers, veteran skirmishers, and then wildlings. That sounds like a fun idea to me. All right, so let's move on. Can we attack Yana here? That's Byron's wife, I believe, isn't it? Yes, I think that is Byron's wife. That would be kind of amusing, but don't really, I don't really need to. So it was just literally, if I could, then I would try to weaken the Khuzait just a little bit further. And, oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Monchug. Okay, goodbye. I'm not going to want to deal with him at the moment. He's running around with a massive army, and it seems like some of our people are being taken prisoner here, which is obviously not very nice. But we've taken Atrion Castle. Look at how far the Botanians have spread. I'm actually really surprised at that, to be honest. I actually didn't think that we were this far forward. This is actually kind of bad, you see, as well, because what's going to happen here is our supply lines are going to be so thinly spread throughout this area here that they're just literally going to have the worst time being picked off by enemy vassals, because the enemy vassals are going to be able to come in from any direction whatsoever. That's the reason why I put a bit of an emphasis, shall we say, in my own factions on consolidating territory, because you may think, hey, it's just a caravan, or it's just a group of villagers or whatever, and maybe you don't think it really makes that much difference. However, I feel like in Bannerlord it actually makes more difference than it has ever done in previous Mount and Blade titles. So I think it's generally kind of worth it to secure your territory as much as you possibly can, even if it is just to prevent some raids and stuff like that. Anyway, we do have a little bit of money coming our way. Actually, I'm going to go and buy some fish here, as well as grapes and actually everything. I'm just going to buy as much stuff as I possibly can. And now we have 90 days worth of food, which is really nice. Now, what we're also going to be doing is we're going to be going over to Jalmaris because I would like to be able to go there and see exactly if there's any need for me to assist in the siege. Ooh, this is a massive siege. 2,000 troops in this guy's army. That's crazy. Oh, look at that. Oh, dear. Yeah, Macedonian army was just defeated by Monchug's army, the one that we saw running over here. That it couldn't have been that large then, because the Khuzait army was only 700 strong, and I don't personally think that that was too big a loss then. Ooh, hello. What do we have going on here? We have a massive amount of random vassals running around with literally 21 units. This is exactly what we're having difficulties with at the moment. We are having to deal with a small insurgent force of Northern Empire vassals. And then we also have the juggernaut that is the Khuzait. And they're trying to defend against us, of course, as well. So that is making everything very uncomfortable, shall we say. Yes. Yeah, okay, well, this is going to get taken in literally 2 seconds, so I actually don't need to help at all with it. But I thought maybe I could run some interference, try and tackle a couple of these guys. As you can see, they're actually doing battle with some Khuzait at the moment, which is rather amusing. Let me actually just see something real quick here. Let me see if I can get him. I might be able to get him. Let's see. Get him. Yeah, there we go. That's what we like to see. Now, we've gotten both of them in the battle here, so I'm actually hoping that he's the leader. No, Yorig is actually the leader. Oh, that is so unfortunate. It would have been really nice if we could have gotten him to join us, because he has such a significantly smaller army than we do, and that actually has an effect, in my opinion at least. I think it has an effect on how likely enemies are to join you, and indeed maybe even give you some cash in the process as well, because as we've seen in previous persuasion attempts, I have spoken to people and given them 1 dinar to join Battania, and indeed other factions as well in previous series, and then they are more likely to even give you additional funds, and sometimes we've gotten up to like 350,000 from one, so it's really kind of amazing. So maybe we can do something about that in the future as well. Now, we do have, let's see here, what do we have going on? Alright, so Krotor, okay, I suppose this should go to Calatilde, I guess, because she has the least relation with us at the moment. So I'm going to spend 100 here, because that's going to give me a pretty significant relation increase. Unfortunately, it is going to make it... Did I lose relation with a lot of other people as well, or was it just one? I think it was just one other clan or 2 other clans that I lost a little bit of relation, so that's not even that big a deal. That should be fine. Alright, so Zionica is actually under siege as well. By who, though? Ialus? Oh, that must be, that's the Aserai. Aha, okay, so the Aserai are actually at war against the Vlandians by the looks of things, and we should probably go and run some interference over here. And maybe we could take Poros. Poros might be a pretty good fief to take, although it is relatively far away from other towns. It would be most advantageous for us to take Zionica, of course, because that would further consolidate our territory here. But obviously we're not at war against the Vlandians or anything like that, and so it makes no sense for me to even consider doing that. But you know, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about here. Oh, this is the army that eliminated our other force. Okay. What do they actually have here? Ooh, 70... What? They have 79 heavy lancers? How many heavy horse archers do they have? I don't think I can see that at the moment, because it is just such a lengthy list of units. It's basically impossible for me to find that out. But... that's pretty crazy. They have another large army here as well? Whoa, okay. They have not many Khuzait units. They actually do have a couple. But nothing really extremely powerful, so I shouldn't worry about that too much. Lycaron, however, has so many vassals in the garrison there. Look at that, look at the icons. You could just tell from the icons that they have so many people in there. It's crazy. Alright, so I should be able to catch up to this guy It's just a matter of time, I think. Okay, here we go. It seems like we might have a defense on our hands, and there's only 724 units available for the enemy to utilize. Now, we have 578, obviously with my army added on to that. So I'm very much hoping that we'll be able to defend here. You can see that the combat strength is in favor of the Crusade at the moment, and so I'm a little bit worried about this. Let's take a look at some of their units. I think we've already taken a look at this army a little bit. They have 54 recruits. They have a bunch of other Sturgian recruits as well, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and level up as many people as I can before we head in here. I'm pretty worried about this, actually. I'm pretty worried about this, and I think we might have greater difficulties than you might imagine. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's get another Forest Bandit. It's slow going, isn't it? Slow going converting these prisoners into actual units that we can utilize. But anyway. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. They're gaining even more units. Oh, wow. Over 1,000 that we have to deal with now. And we have 615. Where's Urgion's army when you need him, eh? Where is Urgion's army? I don't know. Yeah, well, this is going to be a pretty harsh battle to participate in, I think. It seems like they're actually building trebuchets. They want to destroy the walls. This is very strange, actually, for the AI. Usually they would decide to just build a bunch of siege towers, build a battering ram, and then just head in. But it seems like they don't want to do that. It's kind of weird. Oh, and it looks as though Corrine has actually just become pregnant once again. Let's hope that she's going to have a healthy birth, because otherwise, well, she's going to die, and that's not exactly what we want. Thank you very much. So, here we go. There's one trebuchet down. I have a bad feeling that they're actually going to get both walls down. Is that just me? I mean, this is kind of strange. As I've said, for the AI to do this, it is very rare. Actually, wait a minute. There's Calatild's army right there. Oh, this is interesting. They're right there. Okay. I guess they're just lying in wait for... Oh, no, never mind. They just ran away now. Oh. Well, now I'm kind of sad, to be honest. I was actually hoping that Calatild would actually be there and be like, oh, yes, I'm going to support you, don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden, she's like, okay, bye. Yeah. Oh, no, there she is. Okay, she's come back. Okay, whew. I was a bit worried about that. Alright, so we're losing catapults. We're going to be losing this wall. As I say, I'm very surprised that they decided to do... Oh! Oh, yeah. It's because Urgion. Oh, yes, Urgion. Come on now. Come on now, sir. Let us do this. Let us fight. Okay, let's fight for the right to party. Yes, let's do that. Okay, wait a minute now. What? How? Okay. How in the heavens did this actually happen? I don't know. Wait a minute. I can persuade her. I can persuade her. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. If we can make this work, and if she actually joins us, that's going to disband the entire army, and it's going to make them easy pickings for our friends. Oh, what? Okay, I'm just, wow. Okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. I don't know how that happened. I was really not thinking that would happen. I thought to myself, no way this is going to happen, right? No way this is going to happen. But apparently it did, and we now have Misui who has joined us. That is absolutely insane. And let's see if we can catch up to these guys. Can we not catch up to them? They're gonna... Oh, hello. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Misui, you're joining me. Yes, you are. Very good. Oh, yes. I like it. Okay, let's actually just take a look at this guy real quick. No, he's not even the leader. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're going to go into the battle just because I generally don't want to auto-resolve and end up losing a whole bunch of units, even though we have such a dramatic advantage here. But, yeah. I literally just did that persuasion attempt out of pretty much utter desperation, because obviously I thought that I was much further away from Masui's army than I actually apparently was. So, bit of a, shall we say, yeah, maybe a bit of a hitbox problem, or it might just be that I didn't see exactly where my character was in comparison to the enemies. And so, as a result, I got pounced on pretty much. But thankfully, I was able to talk my way out of it, which is actually crazy. I mean, if you think about it, you know, if you think about this in like a real-world situation or something like that, it's pretty... I mean, it's never going to happen, is it? In a real-world situation, you're never going to see that kind of thing happen. Or maybe you will. Maybe you do sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Yeah. Take him down. Take him down. All of them being killed. Okay, come on now. We're going to need a little bit of extra killing. A little bit of extra killing. Yes. There we go. Let's get him. Get him. Ah, and my sword isn't long enough. Almost. You know, if I just run a little bit, I should be able to catch up, yeah. Because that's the thing. When you're attacking with a sword, obviously your character slows down by a small margin. So it obviously makes things a little bit harder to hit. But if you just run at full speed, then you can catch up just that much quicker. Alright, well, that's indeed a victory for us. Very simple to do indeed, just generally for the combat strength advantage, and of course for the numbers as well. Get him. Yeah. Take out that Crusade Marksman. And I don't know whether you noticed, but we actually did gain 300 charm now as well, thanks to our wonderful persuasion attempt. And I believe that actually does nothing for us. I think it just does a little bit. I think it gives us like additional influence gain or something like that. So if you take a look here, charm skill, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so I already have this unlocked. So every 5 skills after 250 gives you +1 influence point per day, which is actually kind of amazing because that means it gives us an additional 10 influence. Yep. As you can see, Immortal Charm from Diggory +10. That's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good for a passive gain. Not too bad. And we've now basically turned the tables on the Khuzait here. And we have turned ourselves into a persuasion master. And I feel like Diggory is actually better than Byron at persuading people, and it's actually kind of weird. I think it's because of his initial starting choices in character creation, because he was able to gain the Valor trait, and I believe the Valor trait really makes a huge difference. As you can see right here, he has Valor 1. I think that really does help to basically do whatever you need to do in these conversations, and it actually makes people trust you that much more. You've seen 98% chances in these conversations, and Byron's never had 98% chance, not unless he's, you know, I think he had 95% as his maximum, but still. I know it's only 3%, but it actually makes a big difference. Anyway, we have another army going on here. Oh, hello. Okay. Go, go, go. Go, guys. Attack. Do they not want to go in here? Why are they not wanting to go in? This is actually kind of... Why? Why would you not want to go in here? Oh, it's Achios. Oh, okay. Apparently they don't want to go in and help their friends, which is a huge mistake in my part. I mean, in my opinion, I don't actually understand why they did that, but okay. I mean, I didn't really want to go in there myself and then end up losing half of my army just to help out 2 vassals in comparison to Callatild. I mean, Callatild literally could have gone in there and probably destroyed everyone in sight. But yeah, apparently she didn't want to do that. All right, so let's go to diplomacy and actually just take a quick look here. Okay, so the Khuzait, as you can quite clearly tell, are on the back foot a little bit. Northern Empire's basically done. Southern Empire's basically done. Western Empire's basically done. Aserai doing all right. Sturgians are done completely. And the Vlandians actually have more power than the Batanians at the moment, which is a pretty significant point to make here. And you can exactly see what's going on. The Batanians are... Oh no. The Batanians are being defeated once again. I actually wonder what happened there. Who was defeated right there? Let me actually just take a quick look. Ah, I think they were defeated over here. They got cornered or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that army almost had 1,000, and you can imagine horse archers and heavy lancers and all kinds of crazy things going on there would make it very difficult for them to be defeated. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.